Which scene would you love to see how your characters would have reacted to it?
Ooh.
Oh,
that's a great question.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Meeting all of these characters, I pretty instantly fell in love with all of them to the point where I just sort of wish that we met them sooner. So with that idea in mind, to start out with a fun question, if you could see your character inserted into any other past iconic Star Wars moment, which scene would you love to see how your characters would have reacted to it?
Ooh.
oh,
that's a great question.
I would just have Osha in the background when Obi-Wan Kenobi is yelling at Anakin saying, "You are the chosen one!" And Osha would be in the background like, oh no.
We've been talking about Jabba the Hutt so much, and I was like, I think it would just be
would just appear behind.
just to be in there and like slay some you know. Yord would have kicked some ass in that room if he was in front of Jabba and he was doing some evil things like, you know, enslaving Princess Leia.
For Chimere, I mean, he shares the former smuggling trade with Han Solo, so I would love an interaction between Chimere and Han Solo.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like Chimere is Han Solo without the Riz, and I just want to see them, like, I don't know, just that juxtaposition.
I would have loved to see Jackie in the cantina with her feline performer counterpart. I feel like that would have been a vibe.
I want to fight Darth Vader.
You do. You were committed to
She's been saying that all day.
Darth Maul. I'd like to fight Darth Maul.
But he'd just be spinning all over you, and I'd just be like, can you just stop?
I can handle it.
No, I would love to just see him and be like, horns. You know what I mean? Horns, horns.
Just like touch horns?
야, 이 시대가 굉장히
Yeah, the ACOLYTE takes place in a previous timeline than any existing Star Wars now. So this element that you pose, maybe if there was some kind of time travel element, I think would be really interesting. So I don't know what scene I would pick, but I think that's a really good idea.
I think John Williams is the greatest movie composer of all time. And just within Star Wars, he's created some of the most iconic pieces of music. What is the best John Williams Star Wars piece of music?
I think Binary Sunset. The most tragic and hopeful piece of music at the same time, and it's like very intimate and very large. And now I'm just saying dichotomies, but like I feel like he really does encapsulate all of that.
Also seeing Amandla play it on the violin, it was, definitely pulled the heartstrings.
Literally.
Can you play it on the violin?
Yeah, Manny's exposing me. So basically, Disney had me do the coolest thing ever that's maybe ever happened to me, where they had me play on solo violin Binary Sunset in the John Williams Music Building with some engineers, and I performed it, and they recorded it, and we put it on YouTube, and it's just like a feeling of profound love from me exploring music and the power of music and how proud I am to be a part of this universe, and it's like the coolest thing I've ever done for my job.
Yeah.
Every time a Jedi takes out a lightsaber, one of the things I get very excited about is to see what is the color of the blade going to be. I'm sort of curious, when did you find out what color your lightsaber was going to be, and did you have any say over? Did you get to pick the color yourself?
당연히 저한테 선택권이 없었고요.
So of course I didn't have a say in my color, but it was something I was very curious about, and when Leslie told me it would be this deep blue color, I was very much in love with it. When we were practicing with the lightsabers, the light actually came on and we got to kind of hit the lightsabers against each other, and I thought this would all be CGI, but the fact that it was practical was really incredible, and this element of realism helped me really focus and be a part of this world.
I have to say, one of the coolest things about the entire cast of characters, is I feel like every character gets to do something cool. Some people get to ignite a lightsaber, some people get to use the Force, some people get buried under makeup and prosthetics. What is something that another cast member on this show got to do that you're a little jealous of that you didn't get to experience in the Star Wars world?
I mean, for me, taking on the challenge of playing twins, like that's like an actor's like dream role to be able to take on that challenge. I mean, again, I say this now, probably will not say that a month into doing the work, but Amandla stuck it out and she killed it. But yeah, just being in awe of seeing her do it, it makes me want to take up that challenge.
I gotta say, you and I have spoken a couple of different times in person, and watching this show, there was a moment where I went, does she have a twin? Like, I feel like I would have known this by now. Like, that's how good you are in this show.
Oh, you thought I had a twin in real life?
Which is ridiculous because I've met you. Like, I've interviewed you. And it makes no sense to think that you might. But there was a moment where I had a doubt where I thought, like, maybe she does.
That is like the best compliment that I could ever receive. Thank you so much.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.